What's up, guys? So I've been asked to do what I think about shame. Shame to me is a big one. It has been probably the crux of my depression, and I think I'm on a bit of a journey now to kind of be more authentic with who I am. Is this recording? And so I think, so I'll take it back to my very first talanoa. The subject was depression. It was my first one. They'd been going for a while. And as I was driving there, I really felt on my heart, something's got to change. And just repeatedly as I was driving and as I was preparing myself for this depression talk, was something's got to change. And for me, in our culture and our people, I'm sick of our people dying and suffering in silence because of mental illness, with depression. With me, it was depression. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go to Talanoa. I am just going to be authentic and share what I feel I need to share, and no holds barred. Just be me and be open. And because nothing is going to change unless it starts with me. Shame with my depression has been my sexuality. Growing up as a Samoan, the eldest daughter of a very strict Christian Samoan family. My dad was a reverend, the whewhiao for the church, so religion, and just being a girl, and all of that was tough. And with my sexuality, being gay, from a very young age, was a lot of hiding who I am, massive in being a perfectionist, because I wanted to get everything else right or get everything perfect so that I could belong in my community. And I think that judgment, that feeling like you're going to be rejected from your community, is a big thing. And we say that, hey man, it's not weak to speak up. But I heard on a podcast, I think it was Mike King to Adi Savea, was, yeah, we're saying to the people who are depressed, speak up. But what are those who are not depressed, who are in a good place, doing so that those that are in a bad place, in a funky spot, can be authentic, can share? Because I never came out being gay because, one, I was the pastor's daughter. It's religion, like within the Christian religion that I grew up in, it was a no-no. You're going to hell. That's bad. And it just wasn't accepted in society. I'm 36 now. Even then, it wasn't accepted. And even now in 2020, gay people are not accepted still. People still stare when I'm with my girlfriend, and they'll look. And I think the biggest thing that I've kind of learnt also is that Islanders are the biggest mockers, and we say, we just mock, we just blah blah blah. And I'm finding now, as I'm on this journey of being authentic, is that when I do mock or when I do kind of judge, it's a reflection of what I'm feeling. So like if I judge someone's appearance in my head, I know now that when I'm thinking that, hey, what insecurity am I feeling within myself for me to have to say something like that to make myself feel good? Because I think that's why we do it. And I guess I feel a lot more free now, that I'm more open with my sexuality. And before, when people ask, how's your partner? And I'll be like, yeah, they. And it was never, or if it was kids at work or younger people, I'd be like, they're not ready to hear the whole gay stuff. I'd be like, he's blah, blah, blah. But there's no he. I think one of the biggest shame things for me was, you know, when we say it's not weak to speak, I think in my early 30s, I had suicide has been a thing in my life since I was about 9, right up until I think the last time I attempted was probably 3 or 4 years ago. But there was one time in my early 30s where I had drank a whole bottle of Jim Beam and a whole bottle of Malibu and taken all of my antidepressants and some Panadol and other stuff. And then I had called a friend and they had come over and they were like, we could go to the hospital. And I was like, man, and you just become manipulative. Like, I was like, man, if you call the ambulance, if you call the police, I'm gonna hate you. I'm not ever gonna, you're not ever gonna see me ever. And that's a shame thing. Like, I didn't want people to know that, hey, I had had enough and I wanted to end my life. And that's a massive shame thing. If we were accepting of people being so down, if we were more accepting of someone's sexuality, then I guess there wouldn't be that shame. And also, like, shame says that you're alone. And I'm not the only gay person out there. I'm not the only person feeling these feelings. We all have shame. The only people that don't feel shame are psychopaths. Psychopaths. And, you know, if we trip up in front of people, that's shame. So we're not the only person feeling shame. So for me, trying to battle this combat with shame is to be more authentic with who I am, so that others can feel like they can be more authentic. And it's not like me walking around going, I'm gay, hey man, I'm gay. You know, it's just being real in who I am, being comfortable in who I am, loving who I am, so that I can carry on the ripple effect of others accepting who they are and loving who they are. Because we're in a society where we look in the mirror and we are not happy with what we see. And so if I am on a journey of accepting me so that I can look in the mirror and accept who I am, then there's something will change. That our generations to come won't have to deal with the kaka that we've had to deal with. So this was only meant to be 3 minutes. It's now gone to 8 minutes.